Well, guys, you guys remember when Joe Biden was running for the White House back in 2020? He said that he was going to shut down the virus. But Joe Biden did not shut down the virus. Now, Joe Biden is not a doctor. He's not a scientist. He's a politician. And what do career politicians actually do? They lie to you. Joe Biden never had a plan. He told you that. He wanted you to feel good and cast your vote for him, because the whole thing about 2020 really was they were saying that Donald Trump was doing a terrible job on the virus. But Joe Biden gets in office and more people actually died of the virus than Donald Trump. It got to the point, guys, that Joe Biden was saying there's no plan. There's no plan. And remember, guys, vaccines were available when Joe Biden took office, and still more people died of the virus. And with people getting their shots in 2021, you started hearing these things about breakthrough cases. You know, if you actually got your shots, they were actually telling you that you could not get and transfer the virus. That was a flat out lie. Now, over here on YouTube for a while, they had all these regulations in place on YouTube that you couldn't say that if you got the shot that you could still get the virus, even though we all knew you can actually still get that virus. So they were talking about breakthrough cases. Then eventually they stopped saying breakthrough cases. Why? Because we found out it did not matter whether you actually got the shot or not. You can actually still get and transfer the virus. That's what happened. But I believe people were really kind of getting a shot also because they didn't have to pay for it. You know, the government was actually paying for everybody to get their shots. And Pfizer, Moderna, all these other companies, man, they were making a whole bunch of money. But now it seems like the jig is up. The jig is up, guys, because we got some new data here, because you guys know they got new shots now. You know, for a while there, people were getting shots like every 6 months, but I believe they're going to be rolling out shots like every year now. And boy, it is bad news for Joe Biden, Democrats, Dr. Fauci, Pfizer, because the data is pretty clear, man. Democrats cannot run on the virus next year in 2024. They just can't do it, man. It seems like they were trying to play it a little bit. Like this summer, we started hearing about upticks in cases during the summer. But now that the fall is here, you're not hearing anything. There was actually some schools out there that were actually implementing mask mandates, jab mandates. It's not working, guys. They cannot play this card because nobody is listening to the government anymore when it comes to the virus and when it comes to the jab. Look at this, guys. Post-millennial here, only 3.5% of Americans opted to get latest COVID shot. That's from the CDC. Yeah, nobody is getting a shot. Nobody. The lack of demand for the new vaccine has pharmaceutical giants such as Pfizer recording losses. Yeah, they're in trouble, guys. They are in trouble. Look here, it says new data from the CDC has revealed that just 3.5% of Americans opted to receive the latest COVID booster shot, despite the Biden administration urging Americans 60 years of age and older, as well as those who are immunocompromised, to vaccinate themselves against a triple demic of the latest COVID strain, the flu and respiratory syncytial virus, RSV. Yeah, nobody's listening. Nobody is listening. They cannot play the COVID card in 2024 because people just don't care. Back in 2020, yeah, people were scared. But I believe it was really more of a tactic, by the left. And for the most part, it worked. It's not working now, man. It is not working anymore. They're going to have to come up with a new plan. Maybe war is the plan now. I mean, look, there's war breaking out everywhere right now. Nobody wants jabs. Nobody. The lack of demand for the new vaccine has pharmaceutical giants such as Pfizer recording losses, with much of its stock having to be thrown out. Man. According to the CDC, just 7% of Americans and 2% of children in the U.S. got inoculated against the recent strains of COVID, a stark decrease from the initial vaccine rollout. And honestly, guys, I don't even know what mutation we're on now. Is it still Omicron? I'm assuming it is. But that just shows you, man, nobody cares anymore. You know what? There's all these types of flu strains out there. I couldn't tell you what strain of the flu we're actually on. I mean, the flu has been here forever, man. I mean, Spanish flu killing a whole bunch of people in like 1917, 18, whatever it was. But guess what? Spanish flu is still here right now. Nobody cares. It has just mutated into the regular flu. That's what it's done. Like, I believe when people actually get COVID and they get like a little bit of cold, they're probably not going to think much of it at all. Now, you guys know we actually cover sports. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, he played with the flu on Sunday. Nobody cared. In sports, athletes play with the flu all the time. Nobody panics. And I believe eventually, man, we're going to get to the point to where athletes are actually going to have COVID and they're going to continue to play. I believe just about everybody has been exposed to it. Every single person has been exposed to it. I know so many people now that have already caught the virus and nobody's scared. I've seen people still wearing some blue masks. I was actually at Kroger's the other day. I think I saw like 2 people in the store. And honestly, guys, that's a lot of people. Because people, for the most part, have been done with the mask. All that stuff is backfiring, man. None of this stuff is working. People want to get back to normal. The government was never actually, hyping up the flu shot every year. Yeah, you see it, if I go into Costco, they have a little booth talking about get your flu shot and things like that. But actually, there's a warning, though, guys, for especially like older people that are like, I believe, over the age of 80. They're warning them not to get the COVID shot and the flu shot at the same time because the data is actually showing that there's a heightened risk of stroke. That was actually on the local news a few days ago. It's out there, guys. That's a real thing. But I believe, man, that people are done. People have been done for a while. I've been done with this thing for a while myself. I caught the virus a year ago, and I was like, man, that's it. That's it. So for me, it was nothing. My wife got it. My friends got it. Both my brothers got it. Pretty sure my mom has had it. Nobody's worried about this thing anymore. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe like for the uninsured out there, those jabs cost you like $200 now. $200. If you got insurance still, you got to pay for it, but there's no guarantee that you won't get the virus. There's no guarantee whatsoever. And even if you got it, somebody else could still spread it to you. That's just the way it is, guys. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.